Hi, my name is Billy Graham Jr.
When I was growing up, everybody thought I was going to be an actor. They're like, you're funny, you should go be an actor. I was like, I can be an actor, can you see? What is my purpose? If you're like me, I lost my purpose. I didn't know who I was. I let society put me in a box. I don't want you to be in the box anymore. Because you and you only are the one carbon copy. There is no other you. So how can you be in a box if it's only one you? So you need to steal your power back. Because we gave it to somebody. I want you to say, steal your power back. Steal your power back.
Mr. Graham said, I am an original, I'm not a photocopy.
You are where it begins. It begins with you and only you. You are the director. You are the author of this book. Nobody should be writing your life story. You are the winner. See, a lot of us, we get caught up in wondering when we're supposed to do something, why we're supposed to do something, where we're supposed to begin. But I'm telling you, you are the author of your book, and that's all that matters.
My time here in Kenya has been amazing. Everybody has welcomed us with open arms ever since we landed. Nothing but hospitality, nothing but family. We felt like we were home.
What's up, family? What is up? You know, we back at it again, and man, have I missed y'all. I'm telling you, I'll be looking forward to this Thursday every single week. By the time we go off, I'm like, when are we coming back? And man, we're back. And I have to say, the young lady that's coming on today, man, I had a quick second because I didn't want to ask too many questions of her because you know how we get over here. Want everything to be raw, real, and authentic. And I was like, we got to stop talking. We got to stop talking because she was telling me stuff that was leading me down just not a better life for myself, but how to do better for others. And so I could go through and tell you all the things she does, but I wouldn't do it any justice. So I have to bring her on so that she can give you the information, what they say, straight from the horse's mouth. You're going to get it raw and uncut, and it's going to be authentic. And you know how we do. So I will not hold back. This young lady wears many, many hats. I really don't even know how she has time to do what she does, but some type of way she makes it happen. And so I got to introduce you to the one, the only, the amazing Dr. Kimberly. What's going on? How you doing? Hold on. I can't hear you. It got quiet on us. Can you hear me? Hold on. I think you might be on mute. Let me see what we got here. Because we got to let everybody hear exactly what you're saying. We're not going to let a word be missed. Can you hear me? All right, you can hear me. So now we got to figure out why I can't hear you. Oh, no. We're going to get this technical difficulties figured out. Let's see here. Y'all just be patient with us for a second because we can't let y'all miss this stuff right here. This is some good information. Let's see. Can you hear me now? You're still, I see you moving around. Oh no, we're gonna get this, ladies and gentlemen. You can't hear me now. All right. Give us just a second. Come on. We're going to get this thing to working. Thank everybody for tuning in. Please be patient just for a second. Haven't had this happen. This is the first time for everything, but you know what we got to do? We're going to adapt and overcome. We will adapt and overcome. See what's going on. Maybe let's try that. Well, we're going to work this technical difficulty thing off. We're going to get it fixed. Do not worry, because we going to basically feed your soul around here, because, you know, we all about growth around here, all about being personal, being better every single day. And the only way we can do that is if we feed you this information. And when I say feed you the information, I want you to think about it this way, because I tell people all the time, I always tell people, stay hungry, stay hungry. And I don't just mean by food. We know that in order to grow from a little kid to an adult, you eat and you get bigger. What about feeding your soul? What about feeding your mind? Are you reading? What are you doing to make yourself better? And I tell people all the time, you got to stay hungry. Think of it this way. If you walk into a jungle, the lion is never hungry. You might see other hungry animals looking around, but the lion is never hungry because they're always trying to feed themselves. And I want you to feed yourself as well, because you have to stay hungry at all times. Because if you don't, you're not going to eat and you're not going to grow in any type of way. Which leads me to something that I thought about the other day. And I know this is going to go all off the topic. I was thinking, am I doing everything I can to be incredible? And then I thought, am I doing what I can to help others be incredible? Are you doing what you have to do to be incredible? And I say that for the simple fact, anybody that knows me, let's go ahead and let the cat out the bag. I love to watch movies, especially action movies. And it doesn't just stop at regular action movies. I like all of them. I'm talking about it could be a cartoon. And one cartoon action movie that came to mind was the movie The Incredibles. I don't know if y'all ever seen it. Everybody doesn't have kids. If not, go check it out. And in that movie, it's all about these two superheroes, The Incredibles, Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. And they have superpowers. And they try to protect the city, do whatever they can to help others. But then over the years, the government and the police force didn't like the Incredibles helping so much because they wanted to control the narrative. And so the Incredibles couldn't be superheroes anymore. They had to go to work 9 to 5. Mrs. Incredible was a stay-at-home mom. They had kids. And then all of a sudden, they realized that they were suppressing their own superhuman powers. And if they couldn't be themselves, they were miserable at their jobs. They didn't like it. And then something happened. Crime started to rise in the city. And all of a sudden, the police and the government couldn't do anything about it. So the Incredibles just took it upon themselves and became those superheroes again and started saving the city. And along the way, they found out that their kids, they had 3 kids, they found out that their kids had superpowers. I want you to think about that for a second. They were suppressing their superpowers, their gifts. They were suppressing them. And their kids unknowingly were doing the exact same thing. That's what made me start to wonder, am I doing everything I can do to be incredible? Ask yourself, are you doing everything that you have to do to be incredible? I'm just asking these questions for a reason, because let's be honest, a lot of us are letting our gifts be suppressed by those around it. It could be family, it could be so-called friends, could be the government, the school, the job you work, suppressing your superpowers, your gifts. And guess what that leads to? That leads to your kids having to suppress theirs. And that starts a whole new generation. We hear people talking about breaking generational curses. But are you breaking the generational curse to become incredible? Are you doing that so that those that are behind you can start tapping into their gifts, living in their purpose so that they can become incredible? Got to think about that kind of thing, because I'm just saying, to be incredible, you have to let your gifts shine and you can't let them be suppressed. That was just a quick thing that was in my head that was wondering why you can't be incredible. And I know so many people that are showing their gifts on a daily basis. Again, I told you I like movies. Everybody knows I love sports. And one of those things that I notice in sports, those athletes don't let their gifts be suppressed. They actually show them and people pay for the entertainment. And then over time, those people that are showing that they are incredible, if you look at them, we start to reflect as them and say, oh, these people are GOATs. You know what a GOAT is, greatest of all time. Think about it. We know superhero movies, Superman, Wonder Woman, they're the greatest, they're the strongest. Now let's talk about that human factor. When we bring down those people that are being incredible in their everyday life, they don't take no for an answer. Think about what it takes to be an athlete. That's dedication, day in, day out. No matter if it's raining outside, snowing outside. You ever heard stories of athletes tell what they do to their bodies in training because they're doing everything they can do to be incredible? And some of them, a vast, very, very few, they don't just stay incredible, they become GOATs. The greatest of all time. And look who snuck back in on me. Dr. Kim, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Hey!
Can you hear me now?
See, Dr. Kim was being incredible behind the scenes. She was not finna let no technical difficulties stop her, but that's why she's here now, and she's back in time to show us her GOAT status, because she is the greatest of all time in the field that she's in. Now, I know that because I asked a few questions, but before I even go, can you tell the viewers, the family, because we all family here, tell the family, who is Dr. Kim?
Well, I am first of all a child of God, a mother, a friend, aunt, cousin, best friend, what have you. But I am a doctor of psychology, specialized in educational psychology. Just a disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor, and I'm not a licensed psychologist. I'm a researcher psychologist, educational psychologist. I own a juice bar where I make and design juices from some vegetables. I'm also
Hold on, you just broke up on me on the end. Look at it. It froze when we get to see that great smile. Look at that smile. I know everybody. I can see it. You see that smile? Oh, I can't let it go, Lord. She broke up on us, and I just was about to ask a question because she said something about being a doctor. And oh, yeah, we're not letting that go because we're coming back to her being a doctor. Because the one thing that she's, can you hear us? Because you're breaking up on us. Hold on, you broke up on us again. You broke us on us again. It's all right. It's all good. Technical difficulties. And you know how my brother Preston A. I appreciate you for tuning in. Adapt and overcoming. That's all we do over here. And Dr. Kim just said something about being a doctor, and then she went in to start saying, but not a medical doctor. And that she's in that she's in the research. So I want people to understand, like, we have these technical terms that the world puts on us. And I want you to understand that just because you're not a particular type of doctor the way that the world wants you to be, because she was about to dive off into it, you still can be the doctor that you need to be. That doesn't have to necessarily be medicine. You can be a doctor of philosophy. You can be, as you heard, she does research. Psychiatrists are doctors. Like, it's all types of doctors. You could be a doctor in business. You can get a doctorate in anything. And I say that because of the simple fact that there's a lot of individuals. Nothing against school. I told you, I believe in getting education. I started off about making sure you grow, make sure you invest. That's knowledge as well. But when you're pushing yourself to those next levels, there's other levels to it in schooling. Like when you get to college, you don't just have to stop at a bachelor's degree. You don't just have to stop at a master's degree. You're always trying to get that knowledge, and it might lead you to the top, the highest degree, which is a doctorate. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a doctor in a specific field. But until we get a hold of her, because we just tapped into something else. And I want you to think about that, because I was going with the doctorate and hitting the high levels. We talked about being incredible and turning to GOAT status, because when we hear GOAT status, greatest of all time, we was talking about athletes. When you look across, because the NBA, for example, just recently had the 75th. They call it the 75th. They honored the 75 greatest basketball players ever. Yes, we hit a comparison between Michael Jordan and LeBron James being GOAT. And I promise y'all, I'm not going to turn this into a sports million. We're not going down that lane. I'm just using these as examples. So you had LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they all at one point, no, this person's better, this person's better. But when they did the 75 greatest, it was 75 individuals that's the greatest of all time. Different time periods, different eras. Some of these players played at the same time. But I say that to say that don't compare yourself to somebody else. You can reach GOAT status of your own. If anybody even sees it, you see it right now over my shoulder. Good to GOAT. I don't just want to be good. I want to be the GOAT in my life. I want to be the greatest of all time in my life. When it comes time for God to call me home, I don't want my obituary just to say he leaves behind his loving wife and kids and grandkids. No, when you open that thing up, you're going to be like, wow. For one, if you're at the funeral, you're already going to know that I did my best to leave the greatness. But you're going to be able to open it up and be like, wow, Billy Graham Jr. did a lot. And hopefully what I'm doing is helping inspire you, because I want you to open yours up and be known as the greatest of all time, as the best person that you can be. Just like in NBA, they celebrated the 75 because they were the greatest of all time. They honed in on their craft and became the greatest. And I say that to lead down that lane when we were just talking about Dr. Kim saying about a doctor. She might not be a medical doctor. There's so many other type of doctors. That says that person took time and dedication. They didn't, like athletes put their body through things, but to go that high, you're putting your mental through things, your stress levels, your family around you, because somebody has to be around the support system that you're helping get there. And I say that because there's so many levels, and I want you to understand that there's rules to this game that you have to understand. And if you don't, hey, you changed the whole setting on us. You outside now, showing us all the pretty trees.
Yeah. Beautiful day out.
Man, I see you say we're gonna get this any means necessary, and I'm not mad. I'm loving it. But no, you left off. You were telling us about what type of doctor you are.
Oh, yes. I'm a doctor of psychology, specialized in educational psychology. I don't know if you heard that I am also an educator, where I work at the Department of Juvenile Justice System. But my main thing and my passion and my purpose is to tell people and produce natural juices from fruits and vegetables to people who have problems.
You just took it. See, everybody, I told you he works in mysterious ways. We were just talking about when you were coming back up about the education and feeding yourself and making sure, because you need certain things to grow and become better. Not only did you feed yourself mentally and became a doctor, but then you turned around and you started passing that knowledge on to others by educating them. And then you took it a step further and you started telling about juices. So you're not just feeding mentally, you're giving that healthy lifestyle with juice. Okay, let's go back. First, what made you say, I want to be an educator? Let's start there, because somebody listening wants to be an educator. What made you say, I got to do this?
Well, before I became a teacher, I used to work in the collection agency, where I would call people and say, hey, you need to pay your bills. And one of my coworkers, that I was a manager, assistant manager, and one of my coworkers was like, you know what, Kim, you should go back to school and teach people, because you have the patience and stuff. Even as a child, I would like, have
Hold on, Dr. Kim, you broke up on us. I heard the patience. Hey, you know what we're doing around here? This is one for the books, and I'm loving it. It shows you how no matter what happens in life, things try to stop things from happening, but you have to keep pressing forward. And I'm going to say that as we see if she's going to come back up, and she's able to get it back up. I say that, and I'm going to keep going until we get a hold of Dr. Kim, because I got some more questions for her. Where she said she became a doctor, went back to school because somebody said she had patience. And I'm here to tell people patience is a virtue, because of the simple fact, just like somebody saw that she had the patience to help others, I want you to understand, don't rush yourself. Be patient with yourself. That's the first person you need to be patient with. Because I see so many people, especially around the world today, social media, that everybody thinks they have to have it now. And that's not always the case of having things now. You have to be patient. And when it comes to patience, as we see, Dr. Kim has went from her house. She's went to outside. Now she's in the car. Patience from all over the place. And the best way I can explain patience is over the years. My grandparents, they were raised back in the day where they had when you wanted to cook, because we're gonna stick with feeding yourself, being healthy. When they wanted to cook, they had a oven. You had to wait for that oven to be done. And then over time, they made microwaves and all that. My mom, she grew up, we had microwaves. And so I grew up in, like, I guess you could say, the microwave era. So the microwave cooks stuff faster than it does in the oven the way my grandparents had it. But nowadays, my kids are being raised with Instapots. They're in the Instapot era. So when you break that down, everybody wants things cooked and done mentally, healthily, however you want it done. They want it right now, instant pot lifestyle. And I'm telling you, you need to have patience, because some of those goals and dreams and aspirations you want, it's not an instant pot green. It's not an instant pot gold. It might be like our grandparents. It might be crock pot, take 8 hours to simmer. It might be like our grandparents when they had the roast in there. Grandmama had the roast in there for 12 hours. She put it in there when we left for school and didn't see it come out to that night. Your goals and dreams are on your timeline. Don't turn everything into an instant pot lifestyle like it is right now. We're going to be cooked, boy. We're going to feed some people around here today. Because Dr. Kim are you back with us, Dr. Kim? Because your screen shows you sitting in the car. If not, we're going to keep rolling, because we will not miss an opportunity. We don't leave nothing behind. We adapt and overcome. And the reason I say that, let's go here, because we sticking with cooking now, because I said about cooking. So think about the things you need to care about. Say somebody says, like, these big corporations. I'm saying this for a reason, because I remember I told you we base so much of our life now, that instant life, on what society says, big corporations, the things that we want now. I'm finna dive deep on y'all. Stick with me. So imagine you got this big corporation saying that you need this, you need this, you need this. And everybody knows what's going on around the world right now. We see prices going up, things happening that's making us feel down. Like, what do you have to do to get to that next level? And so I want you to think about this. You have a company. They have 5 logs, say, to cook something with. And you only need, let's say this. A company has 500 million logs. But you yourself, you only need 5 of those logs to be able to cook and provide for your family to get them through the winter. But you can't get those logs. I see you now. I want you just chime back in. Where are you sitting at now?
I'm in the car. My phone. I'm on my phone, and my phone was going dead. So I told my daughter to bring me my my keys, so I can plug it up in the car to get the Wi-Fi, Verizon Wi-Fi, to make sure that it works. So it's working now. I do apologize. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no, you good. You good. We don't control this, but I like how you said that your phone was going dead and you had to go get the charger. And I'm saying that because I'm finna ask you some questions, because I need you to be the charge that some people need in their life right now. Because you just was telling us about how you started, they told you to go back to school and be in education. Can you please tell us what part of education, like, how did that work for you to jump into that for everybody else?
Well, I decided to go back and get my master's. I had already had my bachelor's degree in psychology, and of course, you think you're going to save the world, and of course, money in the degree wasn't adding up. So, of course, I did the collection agency thing, and then I was like, okay, Kim, where can I make the same amount of money, which was at that time about 40,000, with a BA degree? And it was going back to school to be a teacher, to make about the $40,000 that I was making in my early 20s. So I decided to go teach, and then I taught in Atlanta. Then I was tired of the furloughs. I'm like, what job you work and you don't get a raise? I was like, no, this is not the business. So I had friends on Facebook. I had friends on Facebook who were teaching overseas in the United Arab Emirates. And I'm like, that seems interesting. I want to go. So I decided to move my family overseas at the time, and I taught in United Arab Emirates for 7 years.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, so but let me back up. I started juicing or making smoothies when I first started teaching because I had my child and I wanted something quick to go to, and I was make smoothies. And then when I got to the United Arab Emirates, I saw they had all these juice bars, natural juices. I was like, where in America can we get natural juices from? So I would go to the juice bars, throughout my many of years there. And on my way, I was getting ready to move back home. And I was like, I want to open up a juice bar because we don't have them in the South Georgia where I live now, and to educate people about juicing. So I learned from a lot of the workers at the shops in United Arab Emirates about juicing, and I educated myself on, the different combinations of fruits and vegetables that would help you lower your blood pressure,
Oh wow.
or yeah, or different things, inflammation in your body. You have a bad digestive system. If you want to, fat burners, like different combination of natural juices that we can take, and we don't have to take that medicine, man-made medicine, in my opinion, to become healthy. So I wanted to educate people about you can go to what God put on this earth and heal
Yes.
yourself, in my opinion.
So hold on, because you dropped some stuff there, and it's like I love it. Let's go back. So when you started teaching, you was like, "What can I do?" And I want people to catch what she said when she went from bachelor's to master's, and she was talking about what can get that next level of income. And I want people to understand that that next breakthrough on your life, Dr. Kim is saying, might be just you taking that next step of doing something you never probably thought of doing or didn't think would be worth doing. That's that next step she took. And that step led her to going all the way over to Emirates and start teaching there. But it opened her mind that it probably never would have opened up to see the juice bars. What are all these juice bars? I say that because I've been overseas. I know what you're talking about. And you see things when you leave your neighborhood, your country, your city, your state. I tell people all the time to get out and go see the world because you'll be surprised at what opens your mind up to. But sometimes what gets you there is that one small step that you never thought you would get to do. Now, you also said something I want people to realize what's going on. What made her think about juicing is because she was trying to figure out how do I give back to others. And she started learning about different juices that were for your health, good for your health. So with that being said, let's go into the next question. You said about it made you start with the juicing. For one, can you tell people the name of the juicing, the your juice business, and then what made you when you saw that it was a need in America? What made you dive head first to say, I need to start this. This is what needs to be done next.
Well, the name of my juice company is K&M Juice for Life Now. Juice for Life, it's a life choice, a life decision. It's your life now, because you need to do it now, today. You need to start changing those habits. I started changing my habits when I was 20, because my grandfather, he passed away of a heart attack, and somebody in the family needed to change those generations of eating those. I'm pretty sure people can agree with me. Those fried chicken, pork, beef, collard greens, which is good for you. Collard greens are good for you, but you know what I'm talking about. The big old southern plates of meals. And juicing is one of those ways that I thought that is good to introduce people to, because one, people always think you have to chew your food when you don't have to. You can get your nutrition, your vitamins through juicing. Um, I forgot the other question you asked.
No. It was basically you were answering it. You were saying what you were what made you start the business. You're still talking about it. Go ahead,
Oh,
run with it. We want to hear it all.
uh,
Tell us about it.
um, but yeah, so I started, learning, and like I have friends that have stomach issues, what have you. And there's one juice that I make, which is called pineapple cucumber juice, and you can look it up, and it's good for your digestive system. and pineapple juice for inflammation as well. So I started introducing these juices to my friends and family members. And of course, at first, when people are used to chewing their food, they are like, I don't want, is this safe? And I sit back and think, well, you eat pork, you eat beef, that has a lot of little worms crawling in them if you don't cook it right. And all I'm doing is just blending different fruits and vegetables for you to try. So it takes people mind to switch that mindset. It's not easy for people, but once when people do taste my juice, they're like, huh, it's pretty good. Oh, I didn't think these two combination would be okay. There's another juice that I make is an apple beet juice, and that's good for your blood. Beets are good for your blood circulation and stuff. And I do it in a combination where it is good. And one of my cousins, she was like, "Ew, beets and apple. I would never try that." And of course, she finally it took some years, and she actually did it, and she's like, "Oh, this is good." So it takes a while, but once you try it, you will like it, and you will do it. Now, I don't recommend doing um just just apples and oranges, but you have to put those vegetables in it, because if not, if you are diabetic, what have you, you can run your sugar. Even though it's natural juice, natural sugars, it's still a sugar, which
Yeah.
natural sugar is better than the refined sugars, what have you. And usually I tell my customer, if you are going to juice, you do need to add water to your juices. And also, as I always say, always see your medical doctor for advice before you start doing any juicing whatsoever.
Oh, wow, I didn't. You just so you gave us some more, and I'm finna because I can't let it go by because you gave us so many nuggets right there. For one, everybody knows one of my sayings is now, no opportunity wasted. And you just said about your lifestyle being changed now. You basically are telling if you, because I'm sorry, rest in peace to your grandfather, but you just basically told us nobody knows when it's our time to go home. You're not going to stop anything. When God calls you home, he's calling you home. But there are things that you can do in your life to not speed up the phone call. Because I tell people all the time, yeah, God is going to call me home when it's time to call me home. But I will tell you this, I'm not picking up the phone, dialing him to tell him to come pick me up. That's not going to happen. So I say that to say, you said change the lifestyle now, but you went even further. In order to change that lifestyle, it also takes you having the shift in your mindset. You have to know that it's time for you to do better for yourself. Because what do they say? You could take the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Like, you can have all this, but if you're not ready to make that change yourself, then you can't do it. Now, I know you said you're not a doctor and you told us who we need to consult, but you said how certain with juices and different sugars and having to add water, when you make your juices, do you already do all of that? Like, I know you have the variety, but do you always already have the water, or is this something that we will purchase from you and we got to do some extra stuff?
No, all the juices that I make is just natural fruits and vegetables. Is I do not add water to my juices. A lot of companies they do, because it's cost effective. But I wanted to provide people with the ingredients. I mean, you get the juice. My 12-ounce bottle of juice, you actually can get more than that out of my bottle because I don't add the water. So I leave that for the customer to add water. And it's funny, every time I like, it would last longer if you add some water. That's okay. I'm just gonna drink it. I like, hey, that's on you.
And
But
I was just
yeah,
about to
but no,
ask you that. If I buy it, can I just drink it regular?
yeah, it tastes fine regular. It's to me, it's so sweet. It's sweet on some of the juices that I make. I have beginner juicers, I have advanced, and then I have the go getters. My beginners, I add like more vegetable. I mean more fruit to vegetables. If you're a go getter, you can do celery juice. No, go kit, and that's it. But everybody can't just drink celery juice or spinach and kale juice. And then you have those intermittent people who would do So I just have to know my clients, and I also work with my clients to tell me what do you like, what you don't like, and I give you recommendation because some people like, can I choose mangoes and strawberries? I mean, yeah, the name strawberries and mango sounds good, but as a juice is not the best. That's more of a smoothie. And people always get smoothies and juices confused. They're not the same thing. We have a lot of smoothie stores around, but not a lot of juice stores around.
You just made me think of something. So with the different ones, so how would you recommend somebody that's especially a beginner like myself starting out with juicing? Would it be something that I would have to have? Because you said some would be the fruit based, some would be maybe vegetables. Would I have to have multiple juices and like drink more than one throughout the day? Or is it like drink fruits on this day, vegetables this day? Like what's the best way to get the most effectiveness for your health?
Well, it really depends on what's going on with your body. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Um, I always recommend more vegetables than fruit, only because of the sugar. If you're trying to really get healthy, but if you're just one of those person who just want a juice, replace that. You go to the store and you buy the orange juice. I won't name any companies, but you know how you have orange juice for breakfast. Well, I'm making designs on orange juice, and you can have that for 3 to 4 days because natural juices they don't hold up that long.
Okay.
Because one is natural and it doesn't have all that pesticide, however they make the juices in the stores. And once you taste a natural orange juice versus that store with all those chemicals in it, you would be like, it's nasty and stuff. So like, like and apple juice too is the same way. They make apple juice look a certain way, but if you ever seen a real natural made apple juice, it looks brown and people don't like it. So if you like juices for breakfast in the morning, then just drink your 8 ounce of juice, how we supposed to be drinking anyway, and you already have some of your fruits and vegetables for breakfast. So what I do personally, sometime I would have a juice for lunch. I mean for breakfast, and I would have a juice for lunch, and then I would eat a sensible dinner.
Oh wow.
Some people do juice fasts. Yeah, it takes a minute to build up to that. And some people do fasts. There's this one Facebook group where this one lady, you can tell a big difference in her skin. All she do is juice, 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 and she aged backwards because there's radicals in juices that make you look so young. Yes, I know I look like I'm maybe 20, but trust me, I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that because you kept saying back when I was 20, and I'm like, how old are you? I'm not gonna ask you, but it's like how old? Like she keeps saying back when she was 20, like it was a long, long time ago. I just left it alone because I was like, I'm pretty sure, like the rest of the viewers, I just in my mind, I do what we always say, like black don't crack, and we'll leave it at that. But I did not know that you said there was a young lady in the group that all she did was juice, like
Yeah,
no
she has
eating,
some.
no nothing.
Yeah, she has some medical issues going on, but she was juicing. I don't remember her name, but she's on Instagram, and you can see the life change that juicing have made for her body and her face appearance. And I always say I'm 21 for life, but I'm actually 44. I would be 45 in November.
I never would have guessed that. I would not have guessed that at all.
Yeah.
That number wasn't even in my head. I just because you kept saying, "Oh, back when in my 20s," and I'm like, how long was you make it seem so long ago? But I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that. So when it comes to juices, because you were saying about your juices, are you able to ship your juices?
I will not ship my juices at the current time. One, because it's not cost effective for me to juice. Two, the shipping, with COVID and how slow the post office FedEx has been in the past, I will not juice. However, if I come to your city, because I do go to different places in the states, and if you join my Facebook page, when I always put a like, hey, I'm going to be here, and people can always come and purchase my juices at this current time.
So that's the case.
Um,
Before we move any further, can you tell us what that Facebook page is?
K and the symbol and sign M, juice for life. Now, I think.
K
Cut
and
me off
M
guard. I think that's
Juice for Life now.
juice for life. Now,
Now I asked
I
that
think
question
that's
because you told me about how when you went back to school, got the education to educate and teach others, and not just teach others, but provide a juice for them that will help them live a healthier lifestyle. But you also mentioned something else. Um, it was like along the herbal sense, like you do herbal as well. Can you tell me about
yes.
that? Because we want to know about that as well. You can't keep these secrets from us.
Yes, not only do I do natural juices, but I also do I sell essential oils and
Yes,
natural body
oils.
soaps. Eh, Yeah, and natural body soaps as well. The natural oils, a lot of people don't know peppermint oil helps with headaches. And instead of taking aspirins, what have you, which can hurt your liver, you can do the research and see that putting peppermint oil like here up here would help with the headaches. I have one customer, she always purchased peppermint oil because she have headaches. And when I told her about, just do peppermint oil, she like, oh, this worked amazing. So that's just one of the oils that I sell. And of course, lavender, it helps with relaxation, anxiety. And I also have these essential oil necklaces and bracelets where you can put the oil on your temple, or either wear it, and you can smell it throughout the day, which will help you with your anxiety, and to relax you, and as well as orange. And there's also one called black seed oil. A lot of people, if you know cumin, it's in the Bible. It's an oil that is good for everything from your hair, your skin, uh, pretty much you name it. And that one you can take internal or external. People who usually take black seed oil, they usually mix it with orange juice.
Oh wow.
I yeah, I do that too. But it's so many different essential oils. There's a website that people can go to, and they can order, and they can have it shipped directly to their house. They don't even have to have me involved whatsoever. Um in that website, I think, will you put it in
Yep,
the chat
everything that we're
so
talking
people
about, I got it. I'm gonna put all the websites. It'll be down in the chats. It'll be all in the description on YouTube, so everybody will be able to go get it and order the stuff. But I'm learning some. I'm learning something that you're telling me. So keep telling me about the morals because I got a question when you're done.
I mean, so many different oils. I can't name like everything that everything does. And of course, I love my list of different oils that does different things inside in my office at the moment. But
No, no, you're
yeah,
fine. You're fine.
it's different oils for different things that's going on with your body that people don't really know about. That really helps. But yeah, go ahead and ask your question, please.
No, so I was about to ask because we always hear about eating more natural, getting the fruits and vegetables, the stuff that is grown, but nobody ever talks about, because I didn't even know it till you said it, that for headaches, peppermint oil. And I didn't, of course, it's other like the lavender. We kind of know about lavender because you go in, it's lavender scent all throughout the store. But they put all the extra chemicals in it to make it do other stuff. But like that calming one, like I didn't even know that there was an oil for anxiety, because I know throughout my life there's times where anxiety hit that I just suffered through it until I learned the key. Like one of the secrets, go put your head in the freezer so it can get cold air and all this stuff. But to know that there are different types of oils for different things, like I'm pretty sure everybody else is out there. Yep, that's mom chiming in talking about great information we needed, because I know I'm personally going to be ordering this stuff because it's certain oils that you name that it was like, wow. Like everybody knows the thing about aspirin, and it's, well, hopefully everybody, but if you don't, aspirin, taking it over time is not good for you a lot. But if you're one of those people that have headaches and stuff like that, you get aspirin. It's just something that simple. But instead of that, you should be getting peppermint oil. It's just the little things you're telling us about oils that most people don't know. And then you tag that together with fruits. I have to know this question. What inside of you, what was that driving factor that made you say, this is my gift. I'm able to see these things. This is my purpose. I got to figure out how to package this stuff up and get it to help others. Because you could have kept this stuff a secret to yourself. What made you say, I want to do this to help others?
Well, with oh my God, with COVID, a lot of people came to me with COVID. You know, they was getting COVID left and right, and I was telling them, hey, you need to get some ginger, some lemon, some honey, do this, do that. You know, and like within days, they was much better and stuff. I'm like, and my purpose is to educate everyone, not just black people, which is my passion, but I'm about educating all human races to live a better quality life. We don't have to be so overweight. We don't have to have heart disease, diabetes, a lot of these diseases and stuff. If we just take the time to learn these different fruits and vegetables that God put on this earth for us to take. And I just want to be that person to educate people. If you believe in God, God didn't put anything on this earth to harm us when it comes to, I mean, of course, there's some poison stuff, of course, but a lot of natural fruits and vegetables that is designed that was put on this earth for us to heal our bodies. And I believe that with all the passion in my heart. And my purpose is just to educate people, and they make that conscious, educated choice to, you know, change their life.
Wow. And you said something, because I'm the same way as you. I don't believe God put anything on this earth that, well, I know it's like you said, the poison, but it's there for us for a reason. And I want everybody to understand this, because like Dr. Kim was saying, she was saying about all the different races, the different people, different nationalities. Like, I've had my travels around the world. You heard that she was around the world as well. I've seen Hindu. I've seen Islam. I've seen Muslims. I've seen different religions, because I'm one of those people. I go down the rabbit hole. You tell me something, I gotta learn about it. I want to know about it. I gotta see what how they live, because I don't want to. We get one life, and most of us go to the grave and we miss out on so much. We don't even get to enjoy life. Like, I'll get to that in a second. But these different religions, and guess what? One thing they all have in common. I don't care how nobody believes different faiths. That's not what we're doing. I'm not comparing faiths. But one thing that they do have in common, they all believe in the natural order of things, the things that are in the earth, the minerals, the different things, the different oils, like, you can go anywhere. Like, think about it. We talk about us with being Christian, God, and all that, but other ones, other religions, they tap oil on your head. You see them with the cross. You see the Catholics, they have ash when they, like, it's so many different religions, but they all go back to what? The herbs, the oils, the produce, the fruits, the vegetables, the stuff that is homegrown. It's somewhere along the line, as man-made, we tried to find a greedier way to do things and take more money. And now you're not utilizing the things that are good for your health. And Dr. Kim's not the only one. It's many people out there like her that are trying to keep you healthy, doing their part to make you healthy, educate you on how to be healthy. But like she said, it's on us to shift our mindset, to change our lifestyle now. And it only can be done through you and by you, only you, with the help of God. I say that to say, because I do this to everybody. And you told us about, I'm finna break down the journey, because I'm telling y'all, people, you never know your path. She started off doing the job, telling people, hey, you need to pay your bill. Debt collector here. We've all had those phone calls. Don't act like y'all that good. I've had debt collector call me, hey, you owe some money. To somebody seeing her greatness and saying, you are so patient. You need to go to teaching people. Go back. She went back to teaching. And then she was like, oh, yeah, I've got this doctorate. It's with philosophy, but I can't just stick with that, because I got a passion for this. My grandfather passed away because of this. And it led her to juices, and it led her to oils. That's how your life can go, is it goes around in that circle until you get on that path that God wants you on. I say that because I want to ask you this one question, Dr. Kim. I do it to everybody. Based on the trajectory and the path that you've been on through life, from debt collecting to educating to oils, to fruits, to helping people live a more healthier lifestyle. Now, what would be something, a piece of advice, I don't care how you take it, a piece of advice that you would leave with the viewers, the family members out there? What was something that you would leave them to help them not just change their lifestyle now, but live a better lifestyle?
Look at your why with your family. If you have children, do you want to see your your grandchildren, your great grandchildren? Um, if you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and you see you're out of breath climbing steps, should you be, or should you want to change that about you? But it has to come with inside of you. No one else can force you to change something. It takes one day at a time, one step at a time. And it's okay if you have setbacks, but you definitely should ask yourself, what's my purpose on this earth? And how can I change to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do? I want people to live a healthy lifestyle, a wealthy lifestyle. But if you have wealth, but your health is no good, what is the purpose? You need to be able to get your health together. And then the wealth can't come, because if you're not around, what good is anything, you know?
Yeah.
Um, And I would take one day at a time. And I was always get a mentor, get a coach, get a friend, be held accountable. I have a couple of friends. We held each other accountable on different things throughout this journey. Like you said, not only do I want you to get healthy, but I also want you to get wealthy, because another segment, I do cryptocurrency. And this is a life blowing thing, you all, that if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, oh my God, you need to educate yourself. Education is powerful, knowledgeable. Turn off the TV. If you're gonna Google, get off TikTok. If you're gonna TikTok, look for cryptocurrency, look for healthy things, right choices. I think we are designed to see the world, and like you said, Mr. Graham, I have traveled the world. I have been to different countries. I have friends in very different places, and I'm so glad at a younger age I was able to do that. Only to be able to come back to my hometown at the time being, to educate the people that I grew up with about how to change your lifestyle so you can be able to travel and see the world. It's no good to travel and you can't climb a mountain to see the top of something, or you can't fit in an airplane seat because you got to buy 2 or 3 seats to fit there. But it starts with us. It really does. And there's people out here that would help anyone that help change their lifestyle, but it's only up to you to reach out to them. Like he said, nobody can. We can drag you to the water, but we can't make you drink it.
Oh, she dropped some nuggets, some jewels, some bars, however you want to say it. Accountability. Whoa, that's a big word that people don't like to hear. Accountability. It's time for you to start holding yourself accountable. Your life is only going to change by you holding yourself accountable, living a better, a healthier lifestyle. And you don't have to do everything at once, because you heard Dr. Kim say one day at a time. But it starts with you. You have to and you said it, live a healthy lifestyle and a wealthy lifestyle. Because let's be honest, you can't go around, because wealth can be whatever everybody wants it to be. I know we're bringing you back because we got to talk about the cryptocurrency. I got to know that. But you said that wealthy lifestyle, that wealth can be whatever you want it to be. Your wealth could be money. Somebody else's wealth can be time. Somebody else's wealth can be their family. Like, your wealth is whatever you need to be. But you have to live a healthy lifestyle in order to obtain the wealthy lifestyle. Like you heard Dr. Kim, and I never even put it that way. Like, who wants to travel somewhere, for one, if you can't get on the plane to travel there? And then when you get on the plane and get there, your lifestyle doesn't even dictate that you can enjoy the location that you're in. She gave us some nuggets to slap that one out, because, hey, you can only do these things with a healthy lifestyle, and she has some of the tools that you need, from juicing to oils. And you heard her, educator throughout her whole life. She has no problem teaching you these things. I will definitely, I'm telling you, the link to the websites and the links to the Facebook group, all of that will be down in the chat in the description box, so that everybody can see it. because, man, we got to keep getting that information from you, Dr. Kim. Now, don't go nowhere yet because I want to talk to you a little bit after the show. But I have to say, on behalf of the whole family, we want to say, for one, thank you for taking the time. I know you had technical difficulties, but you fought through them. You overcome, and you came through and dropped us with nuggets. And we want to thank you, just not for your time, but for your patience and your stick-to-itiveness of getting to be on the show. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to helping anyone that needs the help. I'm as you can tell, I'm very passionate, sincere about what I do, about people. Like you said in the beginning, I wear a lot of different hats, but I make it happen regardless because I'm here to help others. And I think that's my purpose, just to help.
Yes, we appreciate that. And I know I see it now. You're in the car and I got dark on you. So I want you, again, don't run just yet because I want to say something to you right after the show. But hats off to you because you need to take these hats off now because it's dark outside. It's bedtime. But no, again, thank you. We can't wait to talk to you again soon because you got to come back on the show and tell us about crypto. But until then, thank you. And I'll see you, Dr. Kim, on the other side.
Thank you. Bye.
Man, I hope y'all got all the information. I know for me, don't worry, I'm going to put all the website information and links and everything in the description and down in the chat because, man, I'm going to the website. I'm one of those people that, let's just say, make things easier. If I don't have to do the juicing, I just got to order it or wait till she comes to town or figure it out. Contact her. What do I need to do? Are these oils? Like, we go to the store and buy aspirin anyway, so why not just order the peppermint and just go ahead and put your dabs on and be the healthier way of life? I'm sorry, y'all. We're in 2022. This day and age is so many things at our fingertips to help us live a better life, a healthier life, a purposeful life. We always get tied up on what we can and can't do and how hard things are. The system is set up now to where you can literally focus on living in your purpose and using other resources to come and put hand in hand, like herbals, like oils, like juicing. So you don't have to do it, so you can focus on your purpose. But it only takes you to reach out to these individuals and ask for help. Do what needs to be done. Make the order, go online, make the shipment and get it to your house. That's one less thing that you have to worry about because everybody knows on this show, all we want you to do is connect with people that can make your life easier or connect with people that have the same God-given purpose you do so that you can align yourself with them because you heard her. She has mentors. You need a mentor. People that come on this show might be able to mentor you. All you have to do is reach out. That's why we have all these different personalities because like she said, one day at a time. And I'm here to help you develop own purpose every day. That's my thing. I want you to be dope. That's it. Be dope. Develop on purpose every day. And the only way you can do that is by learning how to live in your purpose, on purpose, with purpose. We had a great show. I love you all. I can't wait to see you next week. Same time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. But until then, y'all have a great weekend, a great week coming up. And remember to live a life of purpose. Live in your purpose, with purpose, on purpose. Love y'all. See you next week.
Hi, my name is Billy Graham Jr.
Growing up, everybody thought I was going to be an actor. They're like, you're funny, you should go be an actor. I was like, I can't be an actor, can't you see? What is my purpose? If you're like me, I lost my purpose. I didn't know who I was. I let society put me in a box. I don't want you to be in the box anymore. Because you and you only are the one carbon copy. There is no other you. So how can you be in a box if it's only one you? So you need to steal your power back. Because we gave it to somebody. I want you to say, steal your power back. Steal your power back.
I'll
are where it begins. It begins with you and only you. You are the director. You are the author of this book. Nobody should be writing your life story. You are the winner. See, a lot of us, we get caught up in wondering when we're supposed to do something, why we're supposed to do something, where we're supposed to begin. But I'm telling you, you are the author of your book, and that's all that matters.
My time here in Kenya has been amazing. Everybody has welcomed us with open arms ever since we landed. Nothing but hospitality, nothing but family. We felt like we were home.